Hey, what's going on, guys? Eva here. Welcome back to another video. Today is a very different video. I'm going to be talking about the combat changes this man, Tanner Pearson, was talking about in his recent tweet. So, first of all, let's talk about who is Tanner Pearson. So, first of all, he is a developer on Minecraft Bedrock. So, this is an actual Minecraft developer on Minecraft Bedrock. So, this is his opinion on Minecraft combat changes for the newest update. Not the newest one, but he says this is how he thinks it should be. Now, Tenebris made a video, or Tenebris, however you say his name. He made a video on this. I watched a few minutes of it. I made some comments about things he said and what he misread or anything like that. I decided that instead of watching the entire video, I would leave the rest for my own opinions, and obviously I have my own opinions about everything. It might be a little bit different than his. Like most of the things he was agreeing with, he didn't understand some stuff, but I'm going to try and explain it in this video. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting from the top, he says this is his own take, and basically he says he wants to keep it simple but have extra things to make it skill based, kind of a mixture of 1.9, 1.8, 1.7, you know, those kind of things. We'll see. So at the base, he wants to have two types of attacks, fast and heavy. Heavy attacks parry fast attacks, and if you don't know what parrying is, basically what he's saying is if you do a fast attack and someone else does a heavy attack, your attack will like miss. It'll bounce back, so you won't hit them. Yeah, it's like if your swords hit and you don't hit each other. It's kind of like that. Fast attacks are performed by left click. They do 0.25 times damage per hit, and there's a cap on CPS of 20. So now, Tenebris was like confused about this part. Like, not confused, but he was like, why have that? Because the Minecraft tick system is 20 ticks per second anyways. Yeah, I don't necessarily get this. If he means you can hit them 20 times per second, that's not, I don't see a point in that, but yeah, I'll just kind of skip over that. 0.25 times damage. Now, this is a lot higher than 1.9, so there was a point where 1.9 PvP was like, if you had like a diamond sword you were spamming, you would do like damage of a fist basically, versus 1.8 you would just be doing full damage. There's no cooldown, there's nothing like that. Okay, so this is his tweet, and you can see he wants all the values modifiable by editing a JSON file, which is basically like it's essentially a text file that holds different values for stuff. So imagine if a server had a JSON file or a text, and it's like, this is how much damage the the light attack does versus the heavy. So they can change it and make the light attack do full damage, and that would basically be 1.8 PvP, or 1.7. He also wants to have directional attacks, and this was interesting. This is something that I noticed. When he said that, it really made me think about Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls, as you can do like sideways power attacks, forward power attacks, sprinting power attacks, stuff like that. And he's actually an Elder Scrolls streamer, so I think he got inspiration from that, from the Elder Scrolls. And he wants to have a lunge attack. Backwards is a vertical sweep that is more knockback than damage, which would be kind of cool. Probably hard to hit, but kind of cool. And strafing does a sweeping attack that can hit multiple foes. And obviously all of these would be like slow. Like, you would probably do them if you were like just as like a first hit, or maybe like a finishing hit, or like a sneak attack, stuff like that. Next up, he says landing multiple fast attacks in a row will boost your next heavy attack. They can increase the damage range to 2 times to 5 times. So I'm not really sure what he means by that. I'm guessing he means how many you hit in a row. Imagine a normal combo, like you hit someone like 4 times in a row and they can't hit you. But imagine at the end of the combo, you do like a strong attack and they just get one shot. Like, that's just the end of it. Like, that'd be pretty cool, in my opinion. I'm guessing that's what he means. But so yeah, he has his point here. 5 fast attacks in a row will give you the max damage to your heavy attack. Any fast hit past the 5 will do 0.35 times damage. Now, Tenebris was disagreeing with this, but I think he actually read it wrong. When he says 0.35 times, I think Tenebris was saying 0.35 times of the original damage, but I believe he means 0.35 times damage overall compared to the original 0.25 times. It would be doing extra damage, so combos would actually be rewarded versus doing less damage. These combos are broken when your attack is parried, and they decay at the rate of 1 stack per second. So essentially, you can combo someone and they parry it. Each second, your stack goes down. What he means by stack is, if you hit someone 5 times and you get the maximum 5 times of a heavy attack, that's your 5 stacks. You hit him 5 times, you have a stack of 5. and each second you go down by 1. So it'd be after 5 seconds you go back to 1 times damage, which is very interesting. Damage is location based, but the armor value that protects you is not absolute. It is weighted based on the adjacent pieces. Locations are head, body, and legs. Legs equal pants and boots. Okay, so he's just talking about some armor stuff there. I'm not going to go over that. Now, this is where he talks about weapons and tools. Oh, and this is the end. So, weapons and tools. So, what he's referencing is all tools being weapons. And when I say weapons, I mean actual weapons. They do damage. They each have their own little abilities, kind of things. Let's read through it. So, first of all, he talks about the sword. Melee weapon that does average damage to armor and health, useful in any scenario. So, basic combat weapon. So, you know, the sword is still very useful, and in most situations, it is the best. Axe. This is actually a very different approach compared to 1.9. Axes do more damage to health than armor. Compared to 1.9, 1.9 was like, you just did more damage. It was slow. It was a heavier weapon versus now it's actually a lighter weapon. You can kill lightly armored foes or unarmored foes much easier because it isn't very good against armor. And the shovel is actually a knockback weapon, useful to manipulate battlefield positioning. That's kind of funny, but then again, you know, that kind of makes sense. It's like a big spoon. You like hit him back. Hoe. Tool does low damage to health but ignores some armor. Oh, I mean, that's kind of cool. It's a hoe, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Obviously, this is just his opinion, and he's just adding every tool to add every tool. I personally think the hoe should just do nothing. It should just be a hoe. Pickaxe. Tool does more damage to armor than health, useful for breaking armor. This is what the axe was originally like. In normal game, the axe did extra damage to armor, I believe. Most people didn't know that, but I'm pretty sure the axe does like extra damage to armor, even in like 1.7 and 1.8. Fishing rod. Special tool pulls enemies closer, does no damage, useful for closing the distance with foes. Now this is, obviously it's a fishing rod, but he thinks is probably servers will be able to change this to like modify their knockback. I personally like the normal, like they get knocked back, kind of like a rod combo sort of thing, but this is also a cool idea. Trident. I've never used a trident. I haven't played any of the newer versions, but this is what he has to say about it. Melee / range weapon that has average damage to health and armor, can be thrown, useful for unpredictable attacks. Okay. Useful for unpredictable attacks and does average damage. So what I'm thinking that he's saying is they do probably less damage than the sword, but they are kind of that sort. You know, just like a normal weapon, but they can be thrown. I'm guessing they'll do more damage when thrown, and it's like distance equals more damage or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but incorporating the things that I don't know about, I don't really know about the trident or the shield. I mean, I've played 1.9, but let's see what he has to say. Tool for blocking attacks and negating damage, does not break combos when blocking, useful for negating damage. This is cool. I think the shield should still be in the game. I think block hitting should also be in the game. I don't see why not. I feel like someone should have a shield or they have block hitting with the sword. Obviously, I think the sword should be able to have a blocking mechanic as it does in 1.8 and 1.9. I mean, not 1.9 and 1.7, but I feel like people should also be able to use a shield, and there's a benefit to using the shield and there's a benefit to using no shield, as in you can combo easier. You don't have to worry about getting slowed down by a shield, but the shield blocks more. Not all damage, but some damage. Now, finally, he talks about the bow and arrow. Ranged weapon that requires 2 hands to work. Works like vanilla. Useful for hitting foes at range. Very simple. Just, you can't have a shield and a bow. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, think about it in real life. You can't hold a shield while, like, pulling back a bow. That doesn't... You have to have 2 hands. So, I think this is a good addition to how bows and shields work in 1.9, because I'm pretty sure you can use a shield while like holding a bow, or you can use a bow while holding a shield, which doesn't make any sense. But overall, this is a pretty good, I think this is a pretty good like idea. I feel like something should be changed, but then again, he does say that servers can edit it. So maybe as a base, this would be cool, and servers can disable stuff and customize everything to their liking. I feel like that would be the best for the community. I feel like everyone would like it. I don't see why not. Everyone gets to be happy. Everyone gets whatever they want. I mean, if you want to play 1.9 PvP, then you can. If you want to play 1.7, then you can. I think that's all. Don't really have much else to talk about. This guy, you can go follow him. His @ is the T Pearson with 2 underscores. I will link this tweet in the description, so you can go check it out and reply, let him know. Maybe he'll reply to you, I'm not sure. He's replied to a few people, but that was a little bit ago, July 14th. It's the 6th of August, 2018. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. This is a little bit of a different video, but I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. I tried to make it short and sweet. This is a really important topic, because remember, he's an actual developer at Minecraft. So this is important. This is very important to our community to move forward and not have the game die, you know, have new things implemented. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to like and subscribe if you did. And peace out. See ya.